Hello. We are going through a tremendous crisis which clearly has enhanced more panic, fear, anxiety, and uncertainty for the future in our society. You certainly have been asking yourself the questions which I've been asking myself for the past couple of weeks. For example, what are the biggest threats? What are the biggest opportunities? And what are the biggest takeaways? Well, if that's the case, then you are definitely at the right place and at the right moment watching this video. I am Chomdik Fatwell, an inspirational speaker, a master of ceremony, as well as an event presenter. From the 1st of June to the 27th of June, I'll be interviewing a good list of interesting and amazing speakers and entrepreneurs and also leaders from 50 different nations on one platform. These leaders and speakers actually are active in different domains of expertise, and together we're going to try to answer the questions which were placed earlier on. Social, economic, as well as cultural aspects will be talked about during these discussions. This is going to be on the Facebook live session of the Speakers Arena. We'll be interviewing this list of entrepreneurs, and all together we're going to have an amazing time exchanging ideas, thoughts, and beliefs. These people are going to share their experience, and together we will try to sort out what the best idea is. So, till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you on the 1st of June. Goodbye. So, good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, happy to have you here again. We are doing live sessions today. As we've promised, we have another special guest. This time around, someone who has to do the whole domain. He's Thay, actually an amazing person who personally has invested his time, energy, and his knowledge to try to sort out solutions for the health domain. Mr. Thay, we're going to try to do what he do as researches has been the result of his work as a specialist of the ACU. So before we get there, I would first of all like to greet Thay. Hey, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How are you doing?
Good, fine. Thank you for inviting me tonight to share what I have to share. Interesting thing. Thank you very much.
Pleasure having you here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for accepting the invitation. We're really happy you are here with us, and we hope to benefit as much as we can from your expertise. Before we get started, Dr. Thay, can you please tell us more about yourself? The audience is very, very curious to know who is Dr. Thay.
Right. So basically, I'm a medical doctor from by training, right? Medical doctor, Western medicine, so that was a long time ago. And I went after the medical study. I went to dentistry, right? And during my dentistry study, I witnessed a situation where a German dentist treated a patient for hypersalivation and retching, so he couldn't treat the patient because of that. And then I saw that he put a needle, an acupuncture needle, in this patient, and then the patient stopped retching, and the patient stopped salivating, so that he could continue his dental procedure. So, and this was basically the turning point when I started to do what I do today, which is Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And well, over the time, I witnessed so many professors and experts in Chinese medicine and acupuncture, and over the years, I just gathered everything together and combined the best and most effective methods they have and refined it. And in the end, I found out that, and that's what I want to share basically, is that it's so easy to become pain-free, right? So, I mean, pain is a big issue in the world. Statistically, it's about a quarter of the population, of the whole population, which is 1 billion people suffering from pain. So to make it a bit more specific, in the US it's 80 million pain patients. In Germany there's 23 million pain patients. In UK there are 28 million pain patients. And as I say, most of them, they suffer from pain, totally unnecessary actually, if they knew, so if the patients knew and if their doctors knew that it was actually easy to just eliminate the pain, right? And that's the message I want to convey today, that there is hope for everybody in pain, and actually pain is a birthright, right? And so basically there is really no need for most of patients to suffer from pain. I don't hear you at the moment. So at the moment, the audio is not working, at least not with me.
Getting me now?
Yes, now it's better. Yeah, good.
Great. It's perfect. So I was just asking, from what I get from what you said, you left your path is actually as a medical doctor. You decided to specialize into pain particularity, develop the aim, or let's say the goal, as much as possible pain from a treatment, human treatment, medical treatment, right?
I didn't get it all, but I think it was about coming from Western medicine and going to Chinese medicine and acupuncture, exactly. Right? So nowadays, what I'm doing now, I mean, for the last, let's say, 11 years, or for over 20 years, I've been doing acupuncture and Chinese medicine. And for the last 11 years, I'm here in Stuttgart, Germany, having my own medical practice with a few other doctors here. And we see patients every day. And so many people are suffering, not only from pain, from other kind of diseases also, but just to pick out pain as a very very painful disease, right? And very painful issue, that we see so many patients with such a history, long-term history of suffering, right? Like imagine somebody 37 years of abdominal pain and nobody could help him, and going from one doctor to the other doctor, operation, still pain, and all that could have avoided. So this long history of suffering could be avoided if in the first place the first doctor would have been able and had the knowledge to eliminate pain. And as I say, I say acupuncture, but basically it's a very special type of acupuncture called turbo acupuncture, which works with only one needle. So this is a picture you see here, presenting technique of acupuncture at Dongqimen Hospital, Dongqimen Hospital in Beijing. It belongs to the Beijing University of Chinese Medicine. And there you see professors, Chinese professors. So the one I'm sticking a needle in is basically the head of the acupuncture department of this hospital, right? So even in China, they don't know this. So basically, this is the best kept, I say the best kept unknown secret, because even the experts don't know it. That's why I say it's the best kept unknown secret.
We're going to dive into the core of this idea which you brought shortly before we get you and your path as an individual. Thirdly, to the audience, before we get through with you, we have a lot of people who have been greeting from all around the world. We have Adi Santoso, who actually greet from where he is. He wrote a particular language. I can get the language which he used over there. We have some people who just as well. Some please, good evening from where you are. We have Martina Haller, hello from Esslingen, hello from wherever you are. Thank you for being around. We have Claudia Braulein, nice you have you having a good time with us. Thank you for being here. We have Doris Ray, happy to watch Mr. Tan. And that's very true. I'm also happy to be here with him. We have Simplis who says he's watching from Dortmund. Thank you for watching, Mr. Simplis. We have Rolf Kishman from Constance. Mr. Rolf, for being around. We have Mr. Peter Nickman. You, Mr. Tan. Good evening, Mr. Tan. Thank you for being here, Mr. Peter. We also have Sylvia Blumenstein. Hello from Norway. Good evening, Mrs. Sylvia. So we have a lot of other people. We have Doris, Ray, we have a lot of people like everything. Thanks for the comment around. So, for discussion, Dr. Hey, as I was asking, I would love to know more about you as an individual, as a doctor from your personal path. What drives you when you leave the Western part of medicine and decide to dive into what you call the 1 week or the 1 needle solution? When you decide the solution, what's your main drive? What is your main motivation in the action which you?
Well, let's start with this. Long time. I mean, why did I become a doctor? Actually, I became a doctor because my mother wanted me to become a doctor, right? And we have a lot of doctors in our family, and my sister also became a doctor. So, in long time, I thought that my mission on this planet Earth, right, is helping other patients. And with what I'm doing, I can help patients very well. But I mean, I can treat patients and help patients only from morning until evening and Monday to Friday. Also, my colleagues. So the patients we can serve are very limited in number, right? I mean, I say there are millions and millions of pain patients out there, and that's only pain patients. And so then I found that I could teach this method fairly easily with my knowledge of like say 20 plus years of Chinese medicine and acupuncture. I can teach this quite easy, so I can empower other doctors very easily that they can also do it. And what drives me is that so many people could be helped, and this is such a easy method. So I'm a friend of simplicity, right? So famous Bruce Lee, he said, simplicity is the key to brilliance, right? So why make things complicated if you can reach the goal and the outcome if you can reach it simple, right? I mean, simple is the best, I would say. Simple, quick, fast, easy, right? Why do deviations? Right, and my wish would be, and my vision would be, that this special technique comes into medical university one day, right? So the sooner the better, of course, not one day in a very far future, so that every first-year medical student gets to learn how to do this, right? And then actually everybody who graduates from university will know this, so every new doctor will know this, and the old ones we can teach, right? So that would be great for all patients. Then there would be no patient anymore who needs to suffer from pain, right? So this picture you had there, that is a Professor Wang Qinlu from Jinan in Shandong province. So he's a very famous professor, and he granted me, so he awarded me the master fellowship of his school. He has a heritage school, inherited school for Chinese medicine. There are only 64 inherited schools in China, right, for Chinese medicine, who go by generation, and he granted me this, and I was the first ever outside China who had the privilege to get this, right? So, right, that was a couple of years ago.
Wow, that's very beautiful. I actually love the idea, first of all, that there is supposed to be nice pain and to bring it to level 0, as you say, and that with 1 needle. I would love now to get into the aspect of what you're talking about. I would love to personally ask, is this type of pain, or this is just a general aspect which has to do with every type of pain, be it, I don't know, doing a treatment or situations in which one could find himself? Is a treatment actually just aimed at forms of pain, just have a general what you're saying.
Right. So basically, because of audio, I didn't get everything, but I think it's this, and this I think is the right time. It's the right time, exactly the right time and the right spot to reveal the 3 secrets of instant pain elimination. And if I say instant pain elimination, okay, pain elimination means pain elimination. It doesn't mean pain reduction. By, let's say, 50%, it means pain elimination, bringing it from whatever it is down to 0, right? So 0 pain elimination, and instant means really instant, like a snip of the finger, maybe 5 or 10 seconds. So if it was 30 seconds, if it was a minute, that would be already long for this method. But against the background of people having pain for years and decades, even 5 minutes would still be quite fast, right? So that's instant pain elimination. So I say the 3 secrets is, secret number 1 is having an open mind. Having an open mind. This applies to the patient, that the patient is open, that it is possible at all to achieve this. And also, of course, the doctor needs to have an open mind for this technique, that it is possible, right? So I always say to the other doctors, throw everything overboard, what you learned in medicine. Throw everything overboard, just be open and just see what happens, right? Learn a few new things and then see what happens. And then you will, and then you will experience your miracle. So number 1 is have an open mind. Number 2, you need to understand pain, right? I mean, if you, I call instant pain elimination is like playing a game, not because I want to play down the pain. Pain is a serious thing, right? But because it's easy, right? I say pain elimination is easy, like a game, because a game is easy and it's fun, and it's also fun to eliminate pain, right? It's nothing more, for me, it's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient out of pain all of a sudden, right? So you need to understand the pain if you want to play this game of instant pain elimination. And famous Albert Einstein, he said, you need to learn the rules of the game and then play it better than anybody else, right? And then you are the expert. So now, how about understanding pain? With the understanding of pain, according to mainstream Western medicine, which has some achievements, but keep in the back of your mind, there's still in Germany 23 million people left behind, right? Still having pain. With this understanding, we get as far as we get with Western medicine. Well, with Chinese medicine has a different understanding, right? And I don't say that Chinese medicine is the best. Of course, the best is combining the best of many other varieties of medicine, but I know Chinese medicine very well, and I can say that in China, in Chinese medicine, they say pain is very simple because pain is just an obstruction, right? A blockage. Something doesn't flow. So what is not flowing? So if there's pain, there is no flow. So either the blood flow or both don't flow, right? And if the flow was given, if there is flow, there would be no pain, right? So we're only dealing with a kind of obstruction, and that makes the whole thing very simple, right? So understand this game, understand pain. And only if you understand pain, then you can win the game over and over again, right? And number three is you have to have the right. So, and there's a 3A, B, C. 3A, you need to have the right method, right? Whether it's acupuncture, whether it's homeopathy, whether it's method XYZ, right? You need to have the right method. And then you need to have the right system within the method, because only if you have a system, then you can get the same result, right? The system is like a kitchen recipe, like a dish recipe, right? Or like a phone number. So it's a dish recipe. You just know the ingredients, which ingredients, what is the amount of the ingredient, what is the sequence, how you put it in, what is the temperature, and what is the duration, right? If you have that and you follow that, then no matter who does this recipe, right, whether person A, B, C, the result will be always the same. So in pain elimination, it would be in acupuncture as a method, and turbo acupuncture, this is my method. Turbo coming from turbo, turbine, port, turbo, very fast, very effective, very powerful. The pain elimination can be very fast. So it's turbo acupuncture is a system. And then number 3C, you need to have the right doctor. If you are the patient, right, you need to have the right doctor who knows this method and the system. And if you are a doctor, then you need the right teacher who teaches you how to do it, right? I mean, you can find it out, but trial and error is the most expensive and the most long-lasting way to find things out, right? So better go to the expert and then you get it, right? So that was the 3 secrets of instant pain elimination. And I think you were also asking about the duration. I mean, it's clear. Everybody wants to know, okay, the pain is gone instantly, but how long does it last, right? So if you imagine, or coming back to the picture of the blockage, right? If you have a blocked water hose, and because of the blockage, the chi, the vital energy, or the blood cannot flow anymore, you open this water hose, you open this blockage, the chi and whatever is flowing can flow again, and it's fine, no pain. But if the pressure is gone, the effect of the acupuncture is gone, then this blockage might go close again, and then it might hurt again, but normally not as bad as it was before, because there's not so much left anymore and it's already loose, right? So I could elaborate on this even longer, but the fact is, of course, you need a few treatments until you are totally pain-free, because it's not one thing is the blockage, the other thing is the imbalance in the body, which also needs to get rebalanced, right? And everybody who does acupuncture already knows this imbalance in the body gets rebalanced by acupuncture points, and it needs a certain number of treatments. But the difference between turbo acupuncture and normal acupuncture is you get the result of pain elimination, not pain reduction. Normally with acupuncture you do pain reduction, but not pain elimination, and not instantly, and not with one needle, and even more so not with the knowledge of only 12 points, right? I mean, if you calculate the number of points you can cover, or you can put needles in the body, it's like 30 million or so, right? So in Chinese medicine, you have like a couple of hundred, or 300, 400, 600 classical points, but you all need to learn them all, right? It takes a while to learn them all, if you can learn all, and how they work together, how they interact, where they are, and so on and so on. And with this special type of acupuncture, turbo acupuncture, it's only 12 points. So that's why I say every doctor, even without any prior knowledge of Chinese medicine and acupuncture, can learn this very fast. They learn hundreds of points, and hundreds of muscles, and hundreds of nerves, and hundreds of vessels. This is only 12 points, right? And with 12 points, you can actually control almost the entire body. This makes it so easy. And I always say that the solution, the global solution, and this is very important to any patient with pain and every doctor who treats patients with pain, the solution, the global solution to pain is basically on the table. But you just need to grab it, right?
Very good transition. It's a very good transition talking about the solution which you offer. I think concerning this pain solution which you offer, there are some doctors, as you said, which you have certified actually, who get this treatment. Can you please tell us more about that?
Yeah. So the basic training, and this is something which sounds too good to be true, but as I said, because it's only 12 points and not hundreds of points, right? And it's for the understanding of pain and for the understanding of this method, you only need some, let's call it essential fundamental knowledge of Chinese medicine. You do not need to study all the books, and you don't need to study years and hundreds of points, right? It's just actually one weekend you can learn this technique with the essential fundamentals of Chinese medicine, so that you are able, I'd say a doctor is able to help the patient and eliminate the pain. In certified doctors in Germany, of course, but also in Romania, in Canada, in the United States, so in Indonesia. So there are doctors, and I mean, the vision is, of course, that everywhere this type of acupuncture, turbo acupuncture, is available to patients, right? So that there's no patient anymore who needs to suffer from pain. I mean, life is how life is, and pain will be there. But if the patient goes to the doctor, right, he knows exactly, okay, there are 4 doctors, 4 patients in front of me, so I'm in a waiting line, 4 patients in front of me. But as soon as it is my turn, it will be only a few seconds that I will get rid of my pain, right? And there's no like long-standing pain, like months and years and decades, right? So nothing. Maybe I say this. I mean, there's no guarantee for anything, and nothing is 100%. I'm not saying that there will be patients where this method will not work, but this is, from my experience, it is like 1 out of 20, right? 1 out of 20 is 5%. 5% means 95% success rate, right? So out of the 23 million patients we have in Germany, at least 20 million would not have to suffer from pain if the doctors knew how to do it. And if the patient knew that this exists as well, right? And this is a reason to get this message out.
I think it's a general scientific fact that so it shouldn't be that something pressing or something dangerous to have percentage of uncertainty.
Yeah, right. And again, I didn't say this acupuncture, I mean, you can imagine the acupuncture needle is very small, right? And the insertion depth of the needle is just 0.5 millimeter. So 0.5 millimeter of a very tiny little piece of metal inserted on the right spot can make all the difference between a patient in pain and the same patient without pain, right? And the difference between a doctor who is able to do this and a doctor who is not able to do this is just 1 weekend basically learning this technique. So that's why I'm saying it's 1 needle for the patient, 1 needle for 1 weekend for the doctor, and this close, mankind is so close to being no issue anymore.
Okay, that's amazing. But today, I actually admire your technical specialist. Something which I really like about you personally as a doctor, you have expertise. In other words, as you were also a writer, you wrote a book, I think. You have a book, which exactly. That precisely. But also you are a speaker, speaking at events in the USA, in Europe, everywhere else. So, can you tell us more about your personal, also as your career as speaker? What do you do when you go to places, and what is your message when you are at events as a speaker?
So basically, so did you ask about the book also?
Definitely, that's the first part.
Okay. Basically, it's all about to bring out this message that, as I said, for many people, for many patients, but also for many doctors, and maybe even more for doctors, is too good to be true, right? Everybody thinks, hey, how can this be possible that 1 needle can make this difference, right? Really too good to be true. But this, what I'm saying is, well, you can say too good to be true and think this is all fake, right? And all the testimonials and video testimonials and so on, all fake. And then you stay where you are, right? Also, as a patient, you stay with your pain, or you give it a try, right? Try it out, and then you will. You will experience your miracle, your positive miracle, right? Your chances like 90-95%. So this, this is my message in the book, and also if I speak. Like once I speak in Johannesburg on a JT Fox event, it was actually a money, wealth, and business event. But I mean, the difference between, first of all, the biggest asset we have is our health, isn't it? So if the business event is a money, health, and business money, wealth, and business event, health is our most important wealth, actually. And the difference between wealth and health is just 1 character in the word, right? Yes, and I actually promoted also, and that I introduced basically that what I did at United Nations headquarters last year. I introduced this very special type of acupuncture called turbo acupuncture as the new gold standard for pain therapy, right? I mean, the gold standard is the one which, with the least effort, has the biggest effect, right? Why? And it can avoid operations. And I mean, we are all happy and glad that Western medicine exists. And we need Western medicine, that's clear. Sometimes it needs operation, sometimes it needs very fast intervention, right? But in many, many cases, especially in the chronic cases, right, we can do so much with just one little needle. So powerful.
That's very inspiring. That's very inspiring that you not just research, but you try to bring this message across the world, in African or Western countries. I love the way that you actually create this message. Let's talk about the Speakers Arena now. You were present last year at the Speakers Arena, right?
Right. It was in Nürnberg at the Meistersingerhalle. So I was, first of all, I was very impressed. I was very impressed about the location at all. I mean, everybody in Germany knows Meistersingerhalle is a very, very special location, right? So, and then I saw the speakers there from many countries, and everybody has a different topic. And it's so interesting to get new ideas and new thoughts from other people from all around the world. So I'm somebody who's very open-minded, and basically, or actually, because or only because I am so open-minded and listen to so many professors and teachers of Chinese medicine from all over the world, in the end, I was able to find these methods, right? Okay, I mean, one teacher and one professor had contributed more to what I found out than other maybe, but that's how it is. And I was very impressed from where in the world they came from so many different places,
different
right?
Different countries, different places, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they all have different kind of energy, right? And they all have their motivation, and they're all mission driven, right? So they have important messages to share, right? And it's worth to listen to all of them, right? So, and I always say, if I go to one event, to one congress, to one seminar, whether it's whether it's a day or a weekend, whatever it is, and there's only one idea, one thing that I can take away from that, right? And I can implement, then it was already worth the time and the money, right? Because it's not only that I learn something, but I learn something and I can apply to other people, right? So there are many more people benefiting from what I learned new, right? It's not only about me, right? And that's the beauty. And thank you to Miranda Owen, the initiator of this and the founder of this Speakers Arena, for her let's say for her idea, right? For her engagement, for her passion to set this all up. I mean, this needs energy. This needs thank you, Miranda. And this needs people who do it, right? If she was not there, and beside Miranda, there's Martina. Actually, Martina is a friend of mine, Martina Haller from Munich. She basically, by the way, she also has a very amazing technique called TIM, transformation in motion. She was there, and she basically invited me, my wife and me, last year to this event, right? So if there was not Martina, and I think she will speak in a few days about her method also, we would not be here on the call, right? So thank you, Martina, again.
Great, that's amazing. So, yes, with everything you've said about the last event, everything you've said about your research and the solution which you're bringing, I definitely can guess that you're going to be present this year, 27th of March, 2021, as a speaker, right?
Right. Exactly. And I'm looking forward to it. So, right.
So I guess your message will be as the same way it has been last year. This will be about the health solution which you bring, the pain killer or the pain reducer, which you right, the solution.
Exactly. And I wish that everybody who has to share a precious and a very valuable whatever you have, right? Get in contact with Miranda. Maybe it works next year. If it doesn't work next year, it works the other year. It's never too late, right? Better late than never. Yes, and maybe if anybody sees this and has contact to medical universities, influences in health politics and so, right? Tell them about this. I would be happy to share what I know so that this method can be spread on a higher level, right?
True. So, the invitation really quick again to everyone watching this live video. Do not forget, we are meeting on the 27th of March 2021. You are all invited to be there, as well as your friends, family members, or acquaintances. You can invite everyone you know. Do not hesitate to bring every person off. Also, you can have the VIP online. You can go to our website, www.speakersarena.com. You can be either a VIP member, a normal member, or you can also be a sponsor, your product as a business person. And most importantly, you're going to meet a list of amazing people from the world, from 50 different nations, business people, experts, politicians, and influencers will be all present there live on the 27th of March. So, let's round up for Thay. What is the message as a conclusion with you as a person would love to share with the world as a conclusory message from this discussion?
I didn't get last week. Was that a question for me or for the audience?
Yeah, the question was for you, Dr. Thay.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I'll ask you, Dr. Thay, what's your personal message? We've had a long discussion. We've talked about the business of what you're doing. We talked about your class. We talked about the Speakers Arena. Would you, as an individual, love to share with the public? You would love each and everyone to stick with after this discussion?
Yes, maybe this. So open-minded, I said already, right? So be always open-minded, and look always that whatever you do, whatever profession you have, do it at the best, at the top of your training, at the best, to the best of your knowledge, and see that you develop yourself, right? This never ending, it goes always, there is something which is better and simpler and faster and cheaper in a positive way, right? So keep on developing yourself, not only for you, but for all those who in the area of your influence, right? They will benefit. And I think so. I am a believer in God, right? And I think that there's no accident, and there's nothing happens by accident. But every single person is here on this planet Earth for a certain reason, right? And the reason is basically to be happy yourself, to make other people happy, and to make this planet Earth a better place. A better place, right? And you have a mission to fulfill, and the better you fulfill your mission, the better you can serve, and you can serve other people also, right? So yes, and maybe there are people watching here who think, oh yeah, I also have something, but I don't dare. I'm not good on the camera. I mean, by the way, this is my very first Facebook Live. I never did Facebook Live before, right? The very first time. I'm normally not on Facebook. I have a Facebook account, but I'm normally not active on there, right? But I wanted to say, for people who are maybe introvert, right? I mean, you have a message, right? I mean, you are on planet Earth to share your message so that other people can benefit, right? Get it out.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Thay. I think the message sent out there. Believe what you want to do. Do not be frightened by the public, by something, some people. ahead of you. If you have a message, make sure you share with people what you think, so you play your role good for the better world and to lead the world as you may it. So a little bit what you said, right? As a conclusion.
Yes,
So I'm going to read some
absolutely.
little comments really quick, and then we're going to round up Dr. Tay. I would love really quickly to thank every person who's been like us. I would love to thank you, Marion, Torre. The comments you just wrote. Your vision is your mission. That's very right. Your vision is your mission. Same way, I would love to thank her, Nick, man, who actually has been around. Thank you very much for being around. Mr. Seb Dango as well has been there commenting Terry's idea. Thank you very much. Tina Haller, thank you very much for the comments as well. And for the likes. Cheers. Marion, Hero, Marion Toure. Entrepreneur Nikki, who's going to be here on Saturday with us, as well as been sending some. Thank you for that. We've had Doris today as well, who has been present, and many more people. Let me some of the comments. Al Shumanul Lam. Thank you very much for the positive comments. Thank you, everyone. Last person I'm going to read is Sylvie Blumenstein. Thank you, each and every person who was live here during the interview. We're very grateful to have you all. As you know, it was the amazing Dr. Tay Joe Tan. Tay, thank you very much for the expertise and for the knowledge.
Thank you for having me here.
Wish you all the best. Have a good evening. We're going to mix next time. But just before we leave, I'm going to play the video of you comments. Sorry, yeah.
Maybe one last word or one last sentence. So being pain-free is a birthright. Being pain-free is a birthright. So claim your birthright, right? Find a doctor where you claim your birthright.
Hey, being pain-free is a birthright. Find a doctor who could offer you or give you back your birthright, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Tay. I'm going to play a video of some comments or some positive feedback which were given for your treatment. Some people out there who actually benefited of your solution did a compilation of their personal point of view about that. I'm going to share the video just after we leave. But before, I would love to thank you again, Dr. Tay, for the experience and wish you a good evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. And see you on the 27th of March, of course. Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the interview. I wish you all the best. Stay tuned for the video of Dr. Tay Jotan's comments, feedback. Till then, we meet on Friday for the next interviews. We're going to exchange, we're going to have another 1 hour of exchanging amazing ideas, empowerment, and positive vibes. Bye, good evening, and see you on Friday evening.
Experiencing was holding me back, and I had tried everything to get rid of this pain. Dr. Tan, with one needle, within just a few seconds, maybe a minute, the pain that I was experiencing was completely gone.
Hi, everybody. I've just experienced turbo acupuncture, and I've had problems for probably 40 years, and I've had instant relief from this treatment.
The pain is gone. The pain is really gone.
Oh, I've had a headache for about 3 weeks. One needle, and in about 10 seconds, it was gone.
I had fallen down a flight of stairs 10 years ago, and I had several areas in my back that were bothersome at a level 3, 4 pain consistently, even with taking pain medication. I was totally amazed. One needle, and within, I'd say, less than 30 seconds, the pain was completely gone.
I was sore all over, trying to stay awake and everything else. He put one needle in, and my neck started to be, it was almost like somebody took the pain and started draining it out of my neck. little by little, it's draining to the point where it was gone. And I'd say probably about 15, 20 seconds. My head right now is just unbelievable. I have had sinus issues for so many years. I can't remember how many years. And now it's off. I just love how I feel right now. I'm just like 20 years younger right now. To me, I would pay any amount of money to get this service. I mean, it's not like normal acupuncture. Well, it's turbo. I love the name because it's fast. It's fast and it's effective, and I feel great.
So I've had basically chronic back pain, and it's been pretty persistent for several years. It's the first time I received acupuncture for this type of pain. The results were almost immediate. The needle that went in, it was painless, and seconds later, the pain was alleviated. Right now, it essentially feels the same way. I'm pretty much pain-free from the condition that was alleviated yesterday evening.
I've had acupuncture treatment.
I am so excited to be here to support Miranda Oben in this wonderful vision of bringing 50 speakers from 50 nations together. It is a way of uniting the world, bringing inspiration from all over, and I'm just so incredibly excited to be here. Thank you.
Der Hauptgrund, warum ich heute hier bei der Speakers Arena bin, ist, dass Miranda eine so große Vision in die Welt bringen möchte, dass ich gerne einen Teil dazu beitragen möchte, meinen Teil dazu beitragen möchte, dass wir diese Vision groß machen und in die Welt rausbringen können.
Ich wurde eingeladen von Miranda und ich habe eine Einladung bekommen und sofort hat es mich innerlich berührt und ich war so aufgeregt und I feel honored to be here on stage and that I can represent my home country, Germany. And as well talking about life-changing processes, how I developed from a home state mom to an entrepreneur. So I would like and inspire change in life.
I'm here today because I wanted to support Miranda. I loved her idea and her big vision of bringing 50 nations together and 50 people speaking on stage. It was phenomenal so far. The networking is just outstanding. And I just love being part of such a big vision. So I decided to make my way here to the Speakers Arena 2019.
Today, July 27, 2019, I want to thank my family that believe in the vision. I want to thank my husband who said, yes, honey, you can do it. I want to thank my son who always gives me a hug when I'm tired. My family back in Cameroon,